So, mate. Hello, mate. So what we're talking about is you can't be trading everything, mate. Oh my goodness, you can't be trading everything. And there's another thing to it. I just got myself today. I'm just, it's the market close. I'm looking at it. I'm just saying, yeah, it's probably going to trade the range. So I took a trade. I just clicked the buttons. I don't know. I clicked buy, and I didn't really care about position sizing. It happens to be I'm risking about 16 apples. I mean, that's a lot of apples for me. I mean, that's a whole day's worth almost. I get a lot of 20 apples in a day, and I just have to throw it on a trade. Come on, mate. What is this part of it? What part of the strategy is this? Is this your day trading strategy? No, it's not. My day trading strategy is adding to the positions. But no, I choose to trade just a random trade. Isn't that right? I mean, what part of the trade is this? It's not part of my zones. I got two things going. I got my day trading strategy. It's certainly not that, because that has strict position sizing. And the zones, which also has strict position sizing. I have to plan it, and it's supposed to be a trail stop, not any target. And in this case, I put a target in, I put a stop loss. It was a good trade. Okay. It was a good trade. There's no doubt about it. But the problem is that it doesn't have a home, mate. You can't take every good trade you see unless you have to throw it in your strategy. How is it going to fit in your strategy? You can have this as a variable strategy. Is in the alternative. It's on the side of all your other strategies. Maybe there's 1-2 strategies that we're running. One, like I said, one's a day trading strategy, and then the other is a zone trading strategy. This happens to be none of them. This happens to be none of them. It happens to just be an alternative trade that I had, and maybe there is a home for them, but you're gonna have to organize it, because without any organization, there's just going to be a lot of it could become chaos, because if you don't know exactly what your position sizing is, what's your plan? There is none. You just saw a good trade. It was a good trade. Happened to, it goes up right next to me target, and then I move my stop to pivot in the zone, so I'm risking 5 apples instead of 16, and then it happens to actually turn around and hit my stop loss. That's fine. It's all good. That's exactly good execution. That's fine. But the problem is, it didn't have a home in my strategy, my system. It had no home at all, actually, and that's really the bad part of this. You have to have a home for these things, and where's the home going to be? Okay, are you going to make another alternative where all the random odd trades that we think of are in this strategy now? It's on the side. It's just a completely side dish. What is the position size? And then you're going to have to do it. That's fine with me. But we're going to have to put the position sizing up. We're going to have to be like, okay, mate, you're risking 10 apples on each and every one of these trades, okay? Each and every one. Well, this one was 16 apples. Now I know, okay? So now if it's, okay, now this next time I look at it in the markets, and it's like, oh, I want a range again. I just want to take a 1 hour trade here. Well, how much do I risk? Well, I already know. It's 10 apples. Oh, okay. Throw 10 apples on the board. And that's what I do. And therefore, there's a lot. It's a little bit safer, just because there's a spot for these things to end up, because otherwise it can be chaos very quickly, mate. Very, very quickly, because if you can get upset about the trade and there's really no plan to begin with. there really was no plan to begin with. So then you might take another trade with more size, and then well, there was no really plan, so I'm just gonna have it move my stop loss away, maybe just try to make it a 0.25R instead of a 1R. I'm gonna 4x my stop loss away, and now it's a 0.25R, right? So I don't have to get stopped out. That thought crossed my brain, just because it crosses your brain, just, you know what I'm saying, just because things cross your brain doesn't mean you're a bad person. Just because you're on a diet and then you pass the sign that says banana shake, banana pudding. I just saw that in Chick-fil-A, banana pudding, something like that. I'm like, wow, that seems creamy. Well, mate, just because you think about it doesn't mean you're going to do it. Doesn't mean you're bad for just thinking about it. You can't control your thoughts, okay? But we can control what we do with our thoughts. So when we have these thoughts, we have these temptations, especially in trading, when it's like, oh, take this trade. Look, just because we're thinking about it does not mean we have to do it, okay? We hold the power, and we have to uphold that, mate. We have to really uphold that. And today I failed. It was a good trade, and that's what caused the persuasion to say yes for me. It was teetering back and forth, and we're like, what? Well, it's a good trade. I mean, we know that we got a statistics, a 58% chance of winning. I'm fine with it. We're getting a discount on the trade too. We were only risking $400 to make 700. I mean, a little bit of a discount, and it's a 58% chance of winning. And truth be told, it went all the way right next to my target. And I think it was a good trade. It really was. But it didn't have a home, all right? And I said yes to the temptation, and that's just the little bit that the devil, you could call it the devil, or you could call it yourself, I don't know. But that's the little foot in the door that can start something more, So, all right, peace.
Tell me, where am I supposed to go? And who am I supposed to believe? If only you knew what I knew, then you could see just what I see.